Hey y'all, good evening. What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? How's it going? I'm back. Man, what's up, y'all? Let me turn this TV down. Let me turn the TV down here. Man. Man. How y'all doing? Give me a second. And what's up, Lily Francis, Bonnie Mitchell, Rita Williams, Takachi Williams? What's up, y'all? How's it going? How is it going? I'm back. Just come to chit chat for a moment. Was listening to a couple of lives, and I kind of caught up with Tea Time with Christy live, and she said something, and I know we all probably think about it. And when I heard it, and sometimes we overlook this, and I know people, some people probably don't, some people already know, and it's like I talked about several uh, people that were unalived in the past few months. Young people unalive and young people 18, 19, 16. Not only unalive, and some of them are SAing people at that age as well. And you know what? Chrissy said something, and if we take a chance to think about it, as mothers out here, as mothers, and I'm gonna reflect back. We get to move. We get to grow as mothers out here, the nurturing mothers. And some of us are grandmothers, mothers, still raise, some of you are still raising young ones at that same age too. And Chrissy said, think about, and not in these exact words, about we're out here doing all this threats and all this stuff that we're doing as women, as mothers, as grandmothers, and we got kids out here. How are we going to teach? How are you going to show your kids anything? What are you if you are like this about other people kids, if you are like this about life, what are you instilling into your young kids? What are you instilling in? You got to be instilling something in. What are you instilling into your grandkids? What are you putting into them? What are you putting into your kids that are under the age of 21 if you are out here pushing this message? Some of you have kids that are under the age of 17, 15, 14, 9, 10 grandkids. And if you are out here and you wonder why we got kids out here unaliving kids, unaliving each other, it starts in the home. It starts by what they're hearing. See, you don't think they're listening to you. You don't think they're listening to those spiteful, nasty, mean things that you're saying. You don't think they're listening, but they do listen. They may never say a word. Matter of fact, some of the kids are in your company while you're doing it. They're sitting right in the next room while you're doing it. They're sitting in your lap while you're doing it. They're sitting at the dinner table while you're doing it. And you ask, where you think they get it from? Where you think they get that ability not to negotiate, navigate, back off, walk away from? Why you don't think they don't know how to walk away? Why you don't think they know how to uh, speak to each other? Why you don't think know how to? Why do you think they're so quick to want to hurt, to want to maim, to want to unalive? Look how y'all act. Look what y'all doing. Look what y'all saying. Thank you, Takachi William. Thank you. Hey, Lily Francis. Hey, Tilo. Thank you, Takachi. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. What's up, Bonnie Mitchell? Kobe's sleeping, y'all. It's bedtime for Kobe. What do y'all think these kids, they can't manage their feelings, they can't control the emotions, They want to take people out. They don't want them to be on the walk the earth with them anymore. They don't think when they can't manage their feelings, when they can't deal with somebody saying no, when they can't walk away, they're learning it from you all. They're learning it from you. They're watching you. They're listening to you. They don't know how to reason. They don't know how to de-escalate. They don't know how to, relate to people, socialize. Because they're learning it from you. The mother, that's supposed to be the nurturer. How y'all can be so kind? Nah, buddy. Thank you for the clapping hand, Rita. So when you sit there with these youth in your house, especially young boys, and I'm telling you, when I worked with Cook County juveniles, the one thing these boys had an issue with is with their mothers. They were more angry at their mothers more than anything else because they feel that their mothers didn't do enough to protect them. Okay? Especially if they're single mothers. When they got in trouble, a lot of them they despised their mother. The way they spoke about, some of them loved their mom, but the rest of them felt their mom didn't protect them. And it hurt them. Okay? I don't know how some of you think that you're going to get away with this. And like Chrissy said, nobody needs to be talking about kids. Nobody needs to be. I know it's hard when somebody talk about your child and you want to go to hell with them. I understand that. But at some point, you got to protect yours. You got to put them first and protect their age. You got to be the protector first. Okay? Because they're listening. And what they're learning, and they're learning from you. Let me tell you, most kids that act out between the ages of like a toddler up to the age of 10 or 11, their behavior is coming from the home. Their behavior, they don't know anything yet. The only thing they know, when you got a child hitting on a child at 10 or 11, yelling, cursing out a teacher, they got that from the house. When you got a child hitting, fighting, cursing, that's coming from the house. That's coming from the home. That ain't coming from nowhere else. That's coming out of your house. And they're going into the schools, they're going into the streets, they don't learn that from you. That's why most of the time, everything they do is most mimicking. That's why they can come out here and cuss somebody from here to there. They don't even know what the hell they're saying, but they're just mimicking. Okay? Hey, I'm a whole vibe. Thank you for the 100. Hey, Rita says exactly. That's facts. Thank you for the UNC alert. Thank you, Rita Williams. Hey, I'm a whole vibe. Social media stopped the socialization of human plus watching family mom not coping with their feelings. That most definitely. They're watching, they're listening to the curse words, the evil things that are coming out of y'all mouth. Oh, they can't hear me. And some of you know that they're listening to you and you don't care. You don't care that they're listening to you. You don't care that they're going to take it out into the street. You don't care they're going to go sit in the classroom and say what you said or act out based on their behavior and their emotions. They're going to mimic and emulate because they don't know. They don't appreciate what's going on. They only know what they're learning and they're going to react. They're going to act out what they've learned. So when you sit there so proud of yourself, encouraging people, encouraging death, encouraging hate, encouraging in front of your child. You so angry, so mad that you want to take out, but you got these kids sitting there listening to you. Mm. What's up, the whole vibe? So, what's up, everybody? So you got grandkids hanging around. You got your little kids hanging around, but you so worried about what's going on in the world. Well, you about to put that out into the world. You about to what you about to send that out into the world because they're learning from you. They're learning from you. So when they go out here at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, wanting to hurt people, wanting to fight people, they got it from the house. They didn't get it from nobody else. They got it from you. So when the teacher's calling you saying, why your child cursing up a storm and everything else like that, yep, yep. Thank you, I'm a whole vibe for the stars and the gold coin. Thank you. We are all children role model. They emulate what they see. Most definitely they're gonna emulate what they see. That's why now what we see now are these young people just out here responding, want to take a life. Like those 4 girls that went to they didn't even think. Think about it. 4 young girls went to the Cadoba restaurant to unalive another child and her baby. Let me see the ages of these fools. Let me see the ages of these fools. Thank you guys. Oh, guys, you helped me reach my goal. I appreciate that. Let me see the ages of these. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. They don't see them in the mirror, says Rita. Thank you to the participation. Thank you to the participation. Just reacts. Thank you guys. Let me see if I can find the information here. But like I said, I was just listening to Tea Time with Chrissy's live, and I think the most profound thing is, you know, we're out here doing all of this, and our kids are listening. And if you feel like this on these YouTube channel, what are you doing in your home? Because it can't be no more different. Because that's a powerful. So those are some powerful feelings that are being displayed here. Okay, those are some powerful feelings. Let me see here. Um, oh man, I can't get back to it. Let's see. Close all tabs. Undo. New tab. There you go. Oh, give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. This happened on. Let's see. I'm trying to see their ages. Uh, so uh, the women, the girls that went there, they tried to protect the mother, the young lady, not the mother, but the pregnant girl. But they threatened to beat everybody that was in the, blocking them. I'm trying to find the ages. See, I told my daughter to wait out until you are mature to have babies. I believe that a baby can't raise a baby. Most likely, the baby will become their sibling instead of their child. In many cases, you know, um, that happens, right? You do have these young kids. You have babies raising babies, and it's a generational thing. So it keeps going on and on, right? But then I have seen some young mothers uh, do it successfully as well. It's just the support system, I believe, that may be there as well. If there's a good support system, I think, I've seen some young mothers do a good job being able to raise a child, being able to do what is needed and be successful at it. But then, they probably had a real good support system, because that is definitely needed. Uh, that is definitely needed. Let me turn my chat on. Uh, yeah, but it is definitely a sad situation, and like I said, I just wanted to come out and just kind of like highlight that for a moment, because it's definitely something to think about. Um, it's definitely something to think about, right? Because the impact that we're having on our kids and on this social media platform, and we think it's not impacting our kids. We think it's uh, that we can say anything in front of them. And I don't care how young that child is. I've heard of two or three. I have heard kids as young as 3 and 4 curse out people. They're listening. They're learning. They don't know what they're saying, but I have seen it. Y'all watched the video where the little boy sat in the dang on audience and called the people the B word. They're listening. And they're gonna go out the house and they're gonna call people the same names that you yelling around the house. They're gonna feel the same way. If they feel it is okay to hurt somebody, maim somebody, unalive somebody based on words and arguments, that's exactly what you're gonna put up out there. Mostly like their parents, and not and raising children, in my opinion, most likely their parents end up raising their children. Yes, some in many cases they do. Rita Williams. In many cases, I've seen where the grandmother had to step in and help as well. Um, it's so many different stories of young mothers. You have sometimes they needed the support of the grandparents stepping in, the parents stepping in, and then in many cases, it's just a child raising a child. They get into Section 8 housing and they do it on their own and with no support. And then you may have some issues right there. Hey, Miss Dimple J, but there's so many different scenarios of young mothers out there. And, you know, uh, my niece was a young mother, right? At 18, she was a young mother. And, but the support system she had, um, I think, helped a lot as well, right? She had a support system, but she was a young mother. Now she is a mother with a uh, high school student. Just bought her first home. Always worked hard, working on her master's in business. So we do have some successful stories. We do have some successful stories of single mothers. Maybe not as many as we may have some unsuccessful stories, but there are some successful stories of single mothers. We didn't, it's a hard road Because if you got to make a lot of sacrifices as a single mother, I mean, if you're not going to put the work in and you're not going to make the sacrifices and you're not going to get the support, especially these children that are under 15 and under, yeah, that's probably a little different, right? That's probably a little different. That's probably a little different. Uh, but again, hopefully they'll have a support system, and maybe that's not always the case. And some slip through the cracks, and that happens as well. But I think the main thing is talking about mothers today in this sector, all mothers in this sector that continue to, or grandmothers or whomever, we got to protect the kids. I know it's hard. I know you have every right to come out and protect your child, but protect your home first. All right? Protect your home first. That means insulate your child. You have to insulate them. You have to protect them not only from this YouTube, but from what's going on YouTube. Because, okay, you have to. They don't know until they hear you. They don't know until they hear you. You have to insulate them. At some point in time, they're listening. And they may not say anything at all. But sometimes, you know, they may think they're being attacked. They may not even know what to say sometimes. They may think, why are these people talking about me? Why these people want to say these things about me? Why are they making my mommy angry? Why are they picking at me? And they may never say a word to you. But they may be, you know, thinking to themselves, why are they making my mommy sad? Why are they making my mommy angry? Why are my mommy talking about me? Why are they saying these things about me? And you may think they don't hear it. They may have. They may have heard it. And if they got any inkling to get on social media to go find out what's being said about them, if they pick up unfortunately, if they pick up the cell phone or the tablet and to go see what's happening, what's being said about them, that could be hurtful. I'm not talking about young adults, especially those children that are under 15. I'm not seeing, maybe I'm missing something, Rita. I'm not talking about young adults. Okay, you need to clarify that because I don't know what you're talking about. Most likely their parents end up raising their children, in my opinion. Hey, Justice in chat, I agree with you, Rita. Especially these children. I'm not talking about young adults. Maybe I'm missing something there. Let me go back up here. So I'm missing something, Rita. Then, so what are you talking about? Are you talking about children under the age of 15 being mothers? Am I missing something? Yeah, I might be missing something. I may have not caught something, so probably need you to kind of elaborate a little bit more, Rita, because I'm not sure what you're saying. Let's see. Are y'all still there? Hello? People under 18 years of age are babies having babies to me. Once a person 18 of age is considered grown, yeah, but they still 18 is still really young. Um, 18 to me is still really young, having a young adult, but still young. Just freshly coming out of high school, or even still in high school. I know they're young adults, but if they don't have that support system, if they don't have the capabilities, right? They may not have jobs. They still may need the support. But I understand what you're saying. 15 and under as well. I can understand they're a little bit younger as well. So I kind of understand what you're saying. There's a difference. Um, but 18 and not having just coming out of high school, still in high school, still unsure about things, can be just as confusing, can be just as, um, you know, scary, can just be it's just as scary. You had your baby at 19, okay. Did you have a support system? Were you married or had a support system? Or, because again, some people marry young too. Um, And you probably had a good head on your shoulder. You probably had some directions. Not every 18-year-old mature enough. Some 18-year-old act like just like they 15 or 14. Some, you know, some 18-year-olds are very immature. Even though they may have a baby, they still babies to me. Yeah, they still babies. They still young. Um, and sometimes they can be very immature. Just at 18, they just as they just like they could be 15 or 16. It's just who they are. It's just how that 18-year-old may be. They may be very mature for the age at 18. They got themselves together. They know what they need to do. uh but again, they sometimes they make stupid decisions at 18 as well. Even with a baby, they make stupid decisions. They get in stupid relationships. They make bad decisions at 18 too with the baby. And sometimes some of them get their acts together, and sometimes they don't. But again, it's just a part of how that, for me personally, and I've seen some young 15, 16-year old, very young, but they had a good support system, and they were able, with a good support system, go finish school and also take care of their kid as well. It's still a scary story, but I've seen some 16-year-olds, you know, I don't think I've ever really dealt with any 15 or 14-year-olds. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if I ever came in any contact with any real young mothers in my career. I don't think I have. I think the youngest I probably came in contact with were probably like 16, 17, I guess. But anybody like 15 or under, I haven't. I don't think I have. But I think, not to get lost in the sauce, I think just keeping in mind today that, and then again, Rita, even the adults that are in here, in this sector, can also have some, uh, I don't even want to know. So, yeah. The reasoning and the ability not to be able to, uh, reason, not be able to have a disagreement or discussion, and just carry on to a point where it's just sometimes no return from. I mean, just sometimes what is being said, I just is so horrible. But again, uh, my main thing was to come out and think about when you're saying all of this. Think about the kids that may be in the house. Think about the kids, because when we were young, we we listen. Even though you may be in another room, you may be in your bedroom, but you hear the yelling, you may start listening in, or you may be in a position where you can hear things. And the kids today, they got their own phones and shit. Excuse my language. They got their own phones and tablets. They ain't gotta listen in. They ain't gotta stand by the door. They just go on the tablet and see what you were talking about. My two nieces were mothers at the age of 14 and 15. Wow, and now, wow. And now, can I ask you, how did they turn out? I mean, if you want to share, how did their story turn out at age 14 or 15? I hope it turned out good for them. I hope they had the support system, and I hope everything worked out well for them at 14 and 15, which is really, really young, of course. Um, but to think about it, I was just thinking back in the day, they got married at 14 and 15, right? They got married at 14, 15, and 16. And to think about it, some of these marriages last for 50, 60 years. Y'all remember that? That you probably had back in the day, girls got married at 16, 15, 14, and they had I don't know, the what happened, but I know my friend, her mom got married really young. I think she was under the age of 17, and her and her husband together into the 80s. You know, so, but that was back then, and they. So yeah, I don't know what's the difference between. Think about it back in the day when they got married at a real young age, and you know, and I guess there's a major difference between the youth of today and yesterday, because they became mothers. They took care of the home. The father went out, and they had, I guess, babies really young. I don't know. Guys, that's just something to think about. I just wanted to come out and kind of like follow up on what I heard, and just hopefully, don't take offense to this, because I mean, I'm not targeting anybody. I'm not like nobody in particular at all. Just as a whole, we need to take control of this situation somehow and realize the impact we might be having on our children. I had my first son at 17, finished high school, got married. Both my husband and I went to the military. Had my second son at 19, worked at Delta for 20 years as a flight attendant, then went on to have six more. Go ahead, lady. All right, charge it to the game. Great support system. Their sons are 25 now. Okay, and now. So they had a great support system. Awesome. Their sons are 25 now. So we got you got some great stories of young mothers. You know, just as well, you got some stories that are not so successful. But again, I think it's going to be that support system. It has to be that good support system. Even if not family, maybe the system that is there, but really that family support that is definitely necessary. And they never had any more. Okay, they each had one child, and that's it. More. I have seven boys and one girl. Okay. That's beautiful. At charge of the game says Rita Williams. Yeah, that's an awesome story. That's awesome. Yeah, that's an awesome story. You have some good stories, success stories of you as young mothers. Um, but like I said, um, just think about the impact that you're having on the kids that are in your home, grandkids, your kids, um, and try to cushion and or insulate them in a way to protect them because it can have an impact. It can impact their self-esteem. It can have them go out and not know how to socialize or how to settle issues, how to what's the word what's the word I want to use? Um, Conflicts. How to handle conflicts without having to be so angry, so mad, want to do damage, because they're going to learn that from you. If they don't, they're going to learn it from you, especially at a young age. The way they go out and outside and how they handle conflict and how they talk to other adults or other kids it's probably going to show up eventually. Think some whole vibe. Two sets of twins says charge it to the games. Okay, charge it to the game. You had two sets of twins. Wow, that's beautiful. Wow, that is awesome. Well, guys, I only came out here for a few minutes, just to say, what, just to encourage. Like I said, it is what it is, but the impact. Just think about the impact in the end. Think about the impact. Think about the impact. Charge it to the game and said thanks. I'm a whole vibe. I think tomorrow I want to come out tomorrow. I wanted to do it tonight. I'm trying to charge my iPad up. I got it plugged in. Then I'm gonna see if I got my music catalog together. But I want to come out and play some music tomorrow. Let's do Club Justice tomorrow, and contribute to Rob Bass. It takes two. A tribute to Rob Bass, y'all. Um, Joy and pain. Pain. Let's do a tribute to Joy, Rob Bass. I just want to have some fun with some music. If you guys want to have some fun tomorrow, I don't know. I got some little bit of time on my hand, um, as well. Um, so yeah. Really charged to the game. That's so sweet. Says I'm a whole vibe. Yes, I told my husband that I was going to. Wait a minute, I missed it. I told my husband I was going to marry him when we were in the fifth grade. Oh my, that's awesome. So you've been married to the same, you were married, no, you said you had two marriages, but you said you told your, no, that's somebody else. Wait a minute. Okay. We were going to get married in the fifth grade. Okay. Somebody just, I just saw something just now. Hold up. I'm trying to see something here. Okay. The first time I met my husband, I knew I was going to marry him. I'm a whole vibe. Wow. Wow. So you said the first time you met him, I'm a whole vibe. You knew this was the man. You knew this was the man you were going to marry. Was that on first sight or after a few dates? You said the first time I met him. So is that on sight? First time you laid eyes on him? First time you exchanged word with him? Or were there just a few dates and you knew it was him? Because I've heard of love at first sight, but y'all know the story. She's, she's. Oh boy. Trying to see if everything's coming through. YouTube. Did I'm a whole vibe? Oh, we dated for a short time, but I knew he was the one. Same marriage. I've been stuck with this joker since fifth grade. Definitely love at first sight for me. He may say otherwise. Wow. Wow. But I know there are marriages out there like that, man. First time, never married anybody else. That was my one of my aunts. Wow. Wow. So I've known marriages like that. The first man they met and it was a man they married. My aunt married her husband, uh, and they were really young. He went in the Navy. He was in the Navy as well, and they were together forever. Ever. He died, and then she died later, and you know, and their marriages like this. My best friend in North Carolina, her mom and dad has been married. Oh my God, they're both in their 80s, y'all. And he is that man that like she was telling me her mom got sick, and he's like, and all the kids ran to the house, right, to help take care of her, and he's like, this is my wife, and I'm going to take care of her. He let them come, but he like, this is my wife, and y'all, I'm going to take care of my wife. And he's 80 something years old. His wife is 80, and he's that man's man. They were married for over, oh my God, maybe 50 something years, maybe 60. I don't know. But that's a marriage, because I mean, he's my best friend, so that makes it much more easier to charge it to the game. Wow. Wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. They work. Their marriages like that. That work. And I bet you he's extremely protective too. He gets on my nerve at times, and I'm sure I get on his. So it's been 24 years together and 19 years of marriage. I'm not going nowhere. No, where you going? Where you going? Where you gonna go at this time? I'm a whole vibe. What's up, Carla? Where you going? Jeez. Where are you going? Nowhere. Oh man. What's up, y'all? But guys, I'm going to get up out of here. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the laundry. I gotta go wash some clothes tomorrow. I gotta go to the laundromat and wash some clothes, and then I'll probably be back in the evening. Just as my phone had malfunction. Okay, Rita. Me either. I'm a whole vibe. I'd be scared to date nowadays. Yeah, yeah. I always have my extra pants ready to jump out the window. Well, Carla, I'm gonna try to do something tomorrow. Bring your extra pants tomorrow. I'm gonna try to light it up with Rob Bass, a tribute to Rob Bass tomorrow. Play some music. Club Justice gonna come back tomorrow. So you guys, uh, I'll try to set up a time and y'all stop by. Not mandatory, but just stop by. Say, hit the like button and I'd appreciate that. They pee and poo in the dating pool says I'm a whole vibe. There's pee and poo in the dating pool. Yeah. Later says Rita. Carla says, hey, Holy Bob, hey, hun. Yeah, guys. Hey, Holy Bob, hey, hun. Yeah, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and chill. I got me some. I probably won't do anything tomorrow. I went to the liquor store today and I got this. Trying this. I got my bourbon, but I want to try this new tequila called. It's not new. It's been around for a while, but it's now just getting advertised. Espazola. Um, and so when I went, let me tell you, I went to the store. So this guy is going to tell me that they got the eggs. It was two types of tequila, and he wanted me to buy this one. The store clerk or the salesperson, he kept trying to push me toward this one tequila, which was called Esposado or Esposado, whatever, Esperado. He was trying to get me to buy this Esperado tequila because it's only three ingredient. It's a clean tequila. It's made, with tradition, but it's not and it was but it's not a hot, good quality tequila. And so I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to try. I hadn't tried it yet, but I knew I wanted to try this other tequila called Esposado. Esperado. Well, I got to get the other one. This one here. I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. And he was trying to convince me so hard. I'm like, young man, I know what I want to buy. He got attitude with me. He got mad with me. Like, and he was a little queen, but he put the queen on me. Had the black nails on everything, and he got a little queenish. He put the queen on me. Well, I'm just saying, it's a clean, and it doesn't have anything else in it. And you can't make me spend my money. You can't make me spend my money on what you want me to buy. Now, if you want to buy me that bottle Esperado over there, you can, but you're not gonna make me buy it. He got a clear cut queen attitude. He went queen all the way out on me, and I'm not saying queen in a negative. He was a true queen. I hate when they do that. I know what I want. Yes, you can't listen. I said, listen, I know what I want. Okay, I know exactly what I want. I wanted this. This is what I wanted to try, and this is what I'm buying. Man, he put the head up in the air. Y'all, he had on these tight, tight pants, and I think he had on some. The pants stopped at. It was really tight pants that had the straight legs that came in like tights, and then he had a pair of heels on with them, like a black boot heels, and yeah, and he was dressed real nice. Uh he was really dressed nice. You got some people that dress, but he was really dressed really nice, and he had the black nails, and he had the hand up in the air, and the thing, and I'm just like, listen, no, don't spend my money for me, says Nell Furman. Yeah, I mean, he was queening out on me, and I'm like, now, dude, now listen, we're not gonna do this, all right? I know they want you, they telling you to push this. Now I know they what they were doing. They're trying to push this product because what the product that I want. Now I know they're trying to get this product out the store. If I'm buying a, I would think if I'm buying a more expensive tequila, the store would like that, right? I'm buying a more expensive tequila. The tequila I'm buying, it's like $10 more than what he's trying to sell me. I'm like, oh, they're trying to push this tequila out the store. He is working on pushing this tequila. They may have told them to push. I don't know if they overstocked on this tequila, but if I'm buying a more expensive tequila, I think that would help the store. Okay, but nah, I think they were told to try to push this tequila because it was all over the place anyway. Like uh, either the who is it? Um, I think they were told to push that tequila by either not the manufacturer, whoever the salesperson is that bring the alcohol in, and they probably got some type of reward or some type of incentive to try to push this tequila because you're trying to push a cheaper tequila on me. Uh, you're going to show me how clean the tequila. I know the color of a Reposado. Okay, I'm just like, let me spend my money, son. Okay, but I'm up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great one. See y'all tomorrow. Club Justice will be in effect. Get your extra pants. Get ready to jump out some windows, cause I'm pretty sure YouTube gonna shut it down. Okay, so y'all have a great one. I will definitely see y'all tomorrow. Club Justice in effect. Tribute to Rob Bass, y'all. So let's get it. Let's go. I'm gone. Y'all have a good one. This is Justice reacting. I'm gone.